Physical attraction. If you want to know one thing about men, it's this: they are absolutely visual creatures. I cannot stress that enough. A man of quality is going to want a woman who takes pride in her physical appearance. She doesn't necessarily have to be the most beautiful woman in the room, but she is going to be a woman that understands the importance of how she presents herself to the world. Number two, cooperation. And this one is so simple. If you want a man that's a natural leader, you're going to have to know how to cooperate. He's going to want to see if you can be a partner, if you can be a team player. He's not going to want to fight with you over every single little thing.
Welcome to the S.Banks and the JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm Joe, my co-host,
JD.
and we have a nice lit podcast for you today. Listen, we're gonna be giving you some free game. The ladies giving out the jewels. What are we talking about?
Well, we have a clip. We have 3 clips we're going to play today.
Yeah.
And basically, the title of today's clip is called "A Woman Breaks Down the Top 5 Traits a Man Looks For in a Wife."
She's giving up the free game. I know a lot of women want men to stay naive.
They don't want for them to wake up
And this is
and
pick
smell
me
the
talk.
coffee.
Yeah, it's pick me talk, innit? So it is what it is. But yeah, again, let's say it's 3 clips. We're gonna break down the first clip, then break down the second clip, close out on the third. So, in that being said, let's dive right in, play those clips, come back, and give you our thoughts. You know the deal. Anyways, here's clip number 1.
Number one, physical attraction. If you want to know one thing about men, it's this: they are absolutely visual creatures. I cannot stress that enough. A man of quality is going to want a woman who takes pride in her physical appearance. She doesn't necessarily have to be the most beautiful woman in the room, but she is going to be a woman that understands the importance of how she presents herself to the world. Number two, cooperation. And this one is so simple. If you want a man that's a natural leader, you're going to have to know how to cooperate. He's going to want to see if you can be a partner, if you can be a team player. He's not going to want to fight with you over every single little thing. If you are stubborn, combative, closed-minded, and negative, a man of quality is going to find that extremely unattractive. A lot of us women get into the bad habit of making everything a battle. And if you want a man who is high quality, he is going to have way bigger things on his mind, like running your family in the right direction. He's not going to want to argue with you over what you are going to have for dinner. Number three, to feel wanted. Don't get me wrong. He wants you to be fully yoked. He wants you to have a life. He wants you to have all of those things. And you can be independent. You can be a boss woman, but just make sure that you're operating in that feminine energy that makes a man feel wanted. He's going to love the fact that you have passions and interests in a life outside of him, but you have to remember that a man's natural state is to be a provider and to be a protector, and he's going to want a woman that makes him feel like he has room to do that in her life. Number four, and y'all are not going to like this one: accountability. Yeah. Harsh truth? We don't have any problem telling a man the 152 ways that they are wrong. But when the tables turn and it's our turn to be accountable, a high-quality man is going to want to see that you know how to do that. Can you apologize? Can you hold yourself accountable? For some reason, for us women, it's so hard to acknowledge when we're wrong and to say that we're sorry. But a high-quality man is going to want to see that you can do that. It goes back to being a good partner. And number five, last but not least, I hint at this one all the time, so I'm going to speak on it now: feminine energy. I know for some reason whenever people talk about masculine energy versus feminine energy, it gets so controversial, and I really don't understand why that is. It's honestly very simple. Your grace, your class, your poise, your confidence, your nurturing, compassionate energy. If he's really looking for a wife, he's going to want to see a woman who can bring the qualities to the relationship that he naturally as a man cannot. Now here's the thing, and this message goes to men and women. It is not fair to go out into the dating market with a full list of all of the things that you need in a partner when you don't really know the first thing about what your partner is going to need from you. Relationships are a two-way street. And if you want to find and build a relationship that lasts the test of time, you're going to have to care about your partner's happiness and their needs just as much as your own.
Okay, that was the end of that clip. First question I'll say, fellas, did she get it spot on? Put in the comments, do you agree with her or do you disagree with her? And I want to ask another question. Ladies, do you agree with her? Because some women might say, That's pick me talk. But I'll ask the question anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, do you agree with her? Do you agree with her? Are you in a situation currently with a guy and you're doing all these things and your relationship is working for you? Maybe you're doing these things and the relationship is not working for you. Put in the comments, do you agree with her or do you disagree? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and definitely subscribe to this channel.
So chime in. Let us know. What you
okay. I agree with her. I'll probably be called a pick me also for agreeing with her. I think men are quite simple beings. I don't think you lot are, hard to figure out. I think most women actually know what guys want, but they pretend or they don't want to admit that they do know what you lot want. I think a lot of women know the basics. Definitely.
What's the basics?
Pretty much the 5 things she's even said. The basics: physical attraction. Well, men are hardwired, it's in your nature.
I don't think a lot of women know the basics. I think they may feel they do based on the bedroom fun. So based on them saying, oh, all you dudes want is some bedroom fun.
Ooh. Yeah, but that's not a lie.
There's more. Yeah, we do want bedroom fun. But what about that? Okay. A lot of women say, I can get married if I want to.
No, you can't. But okay.
There's dudes proposing to you in a hotel room and then he's going back to his wife. Clearly, you're not going to get married to that dude. So you don't really know what men want. So all you keep doing is bombarding that dude with bedroom fun, physical, but then there's more. That where's your substance? Hence why I say, they say that they know what men want. And I do think, okay, they do and they don't. Because really and truly, it's like they don't want to bend to what the men really want.
Yeah.
They say, I want to have my cake and eat it. A lot of women are used to certain caliber of men, let me just say weaker men, where they will accept bad behavior. But the kind of guys that women really want is the top tier men. And they know what those men want. It's just that they say, I'm the table and you should be happy with my presence alone.
Yeah. A lot of women do say that.
Yeah. That's just some of my thoughts on that. That's just some of my thoughts on that.
I've heard that way too many times, to be honest. I'm the table, accept me as I am.
So basically, men shouldn't have any standards. You should accept
whatever I offer you.
Because I'm the prize.
Yeah.
See, so the good thing of that nowadays is that men are waking up. So what women used to talk about in their group chats, the little WhatsApp group or the little Facebook group or whatever group they're in, right?
Men are aware of.
The convent, wherever chat they're in, right? They actually believe that men are unaware, that men don't have no sense and we don't get it. All it is a lot of men don't say anything to you because they're scared that either they're going to get backlash, they're scared that they're not going to get some coochie.
Yeah.
So they just don't say anything. But they do know.
I think it's more on the not getting coochie part. I think they worry about that more than the backlash.
I think both. I think a bit of both.
But I think men are kind of used to women nagging.
Simps worry about not getting the coochie or weak men. Certain kind of man say, I don't really want to hear the backlash because I work in this certain job. So it just depends.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But yes, physical attraction. Could I say it's the main thing men
it's what gets you in the door.
For? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Could I say it's the main thing or the number one thing? I'd probably say yes, because that's the first thing you see. Like when you meet someone, the first thing you do is you see them. So I'm going to say physical attraction comes first.
Yes, you have to be attracted to the person on both sides, but we know that men, it's kind of like physical. Women, it's kind of how you carry yourself, masculinity. Certain things stand out or allure a woman in more from man to woman. I think with men, it's like, your body's banging. Cool. You got my attention. But it works different on the other side. But I think men, men give women what they want all the time, but women always, it's like the thing with the podcast with the, can't remember the name, right? And floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. Put in the comments, right? Is the wife's store or the husband's store, one of the two, right? And you give them what they want and it's not good enough, right? And I think some women, a lot of women don't actually know what men want. And if they do, they don't want to do it anyway. And you have things like this. And one of the things is this, right? A woman will say, oh, this dude is crap in bed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Then you say to that woman, has anyone ever said to you, are you crap in bed? She goes, no, I haven't had any complaints. So then she believes she's perfect.
Yeah.
I blame society for cuddling women, but clearly you don't know what men want, because clearly every single guy you've done things with, you're telling me they always pleasured, they were just unloading one. Doesn't mean that you're great in bed, but at least the man knows, okay, cool. I'm told I'm not so good, so I need to improve. I need to improve so I'm better on the market and I can get better outcomes. Women are not told that, you know, so they don't really know what men want.
Yes, it will definitely be for the men to tell the women. I think men don't tell women because it sounds very harsh. It's like,
but it's
he
okay.
wasn't great in bed.
But it's okay when they're harsh to us.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying you're saying that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
that is the case.
okay,
Yes,
though, yeah. All right, cool.
that is the case. Yes, definitely. But I think men don't do it because they may think that, oh, that's a bit harsh to say something like that. I don't know. I'm not a man. I can't tell you. It's for you to maybe tell me, or fellas, put in the comments what you think.
Yeah.
About that as well. She mentioned cooperation.
Yeah. How many women cooperate? How many women cooperate nowadays? Like you go on, okay, meeting a woman, dating, even just having a general conversation with her, they're so combative. They're not peaceful. The conversation is dead. And I'll say, and people will disagree, right? Women are boring. Not all, I'm generalizing. But for the most part, the reason why they're boring is because they feel my presence is good enough. I don't need to do much more. So then that's why they're not really putting their best foot forward. They say, I don't need to. You're a dude. Like, why am I going to give you all these trimmings? Like, whatever, you should be happy I'm here. That's why they're boring more time. I'm just giving you a little snippet, but more time women are boring. Like, you're not maintaining men. Why would I want to be in a relationship with a woman that's combative? There's no substance. All I can take from you is bedroom fun. That's all I'm getting. But then what?
Well, then nothing. It's just bedroom fun, isn't it?
Exactly.
You're not getting nothing more out of it. So I guess it is what it is when it comes to that. Men don't want argumentative women.
That's masculine.
That's just exactly.
Yeah.
He wants a woman that he can rely on to get the job done.
What job's that then?
As in, what he
give us an example.
What he gives or asks a woman to do.
So then, women want traditional men, right? I'm sure many will agree, right? Women want traditional men, but they're not traditional themselves.
No. Well, yeah, some of them ain't. No.
So it's a double standards, right?
Yeah.
So then, oh, I want this. They reel off the list. But then hold up a second.
What do I get in return?
So I'm supposed to put my life on the line for you. And then I do that. And I'm not even getting a woman make me a sandwich. And I'm getting arguing with you. I'm going to argue with you. Combative. You're not even feminine. You're not even scrubbing up clean. Because we spoke about attractive.
Yeah.
Come on. That's why relationships are going down and down and down these days.
Exactly. Can we talk about accountability? That's the one I really wanted to get into.
Let's talk about it.
We actually done a previous podcast. The name of the I'm gonna link it in the description box so you can go to it and watch that podcast.
Yeah.
Accountability is like kryptonite to women. That's what it is.
It is though.
We've done so many podcasts, you forget the title sometimes. So yes, men love women who take accountability. Very straight, black and white with it. Is that true?
We do. The thing is that a woman that has accountability, it shows maturity, and a woman that can master her emotions is a good woman. And a man that masters his D discipline is that guy.
Yeah.
And if you're not accountable and you can't say, you know what, I was wrong, and put my hands up, I was wrong.
Exactly.
How are we going to work together? There's no space for growth yet because
No.
you don't think you did anything wrong.
Well, it's just like with children. If they do something wrong,
And what did they say
you
about
turn.
women? What did they say about women?
Well, they say that children are like women or women are like children.
Yeah.
So
Grown children. Woman's body, children's brain.
Oh, you're gonna get some comments in the comment section for that comment.
And I'd like to hear their thoughts in the comment section. Tell us what you think. I'm not even looking at it in the sense of detractors. This is a conversation, so I'm just giving some of my thoughts. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But what else do you want to add on accountability or anything else?
Well, like I said, men like women that are accountable for their actions, for the things that they say, the things that they do. They like the facts that, well, some women obviously can admit their wrongdoings and say the words, "It's my fault. I was wrong, and I'm sorry."
Are you speaking of the unicorn?
Maybe, who knows? But who knows? But yes, there are some women that will be like, "Do you know what? It was my fault. My bad. I'm sorry."
Yeah, I think what she said in that clip, it's kind of self-explanatory. I agree with her. I could have added a few more little bits and pieces, but for the most part, I agree with it. You know. But what else do you want to add? I think what did she say at the end?
Femininity.
She's something about femininity.
Yeah, she mentioned femininity. She did say something else. Can't remember right now. Yeah. But she just mentioned femininity. Of course, men love feminine women. Yeah. They love women.
And a man likes to feel wanted. Initiate the smash. Why does the man always got to move to you? Like, why is it always he's always giving you something? Why can't he receive? Get it? So it's the truth though. A man's going out there, slaying the world, and then comes back to him having to do the work on top of that.
Men want to come home and the woman's, laying on the countertop with her legs wide open, ready for him.
Maybe. Put in the comments, ladies, you agree with that? Fellas, is this you? Do you come home to that? Do you even come home to a cooked meal? Or does man come home to, boy, I was home all day. I know you're providing. I never cooked any food. Make your own ish. And a lot of men nowadays are saying, where has all the good women gone? And once upon a time, women used to ask, where's all the good men gone?
Yeah.
But now that the male space, men have platforms now where we can shed light on the BS, that the propaganda of, because women control media. It's predominantly female. Now men have voices and say, nah, let's set the record straight. And this is good. But it is what it is. What else do you want to add, man?
I would just say that men love feminine energy. It's like a give and take.
Heterosexual men like feminine energy, but again, yin and yang, innit?
Exactly. So it's give and take. Men love femininity, women love masculinity. It's a give and take thing. If you, as a woman, is masculine, why would a masculine man want another masculine woman? Yeah. What's the saying? I am
opposites attract.
Yeah, but you see, what's the women? The women that say that they're masculine. No, they don't use the word masculine. I can't remember right now.
I don't know. You get on with it.
Can't remember. Let's just end it there.
Yeah.
Seeing as I can't remember,
I'll just say, look, with this woman, she's spot on. A lot of women want to dig their heels in. It's not like you're getting the outcomes that you want, but when it's time to cash out, that's when you feel it. So it's up to you, but it is what it is.
I remembered. Sorry, I was basically trying to say that the women that say that they're alpha female.
Yeah, sure.
So you're manly.
Alpha female is really a turn on. Anyways, let's play the saucy clip. This is clip number 2. And then we're going to come back and give you our thoughts. So without further delay, here's clip number 2.
Well, I think I bring feminine inspiration to the table. Like Kelly Rowland say, I'm going to be your motivation. when you come home, I'm gonna be in lingerie. I'm gonna keep it nice and fresh and waxed for you. I'm gonna cook your food.
Oh,
You just gotta bring home the bacon. That's it.
shit.
I don't ask for a lot.
Okay. I mean, okay, hold on.
See, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, right?
God damn.
Hold on.
She
He's
got you on that regular
interested.
shit.
Hold on.
He interested? Yeah, of course.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
It ain't
So,
regular. That's what men want.
I want to
though.
know, right?
Who want that?
So,
Chris.
Mr. Organic is a
Okay.
high value guy, right?
Right.
I want to know from you, brother. What do you look for in a woman? So you heard all these answers, right? What do you look for?
I mean, yeah, like, of course, most of them is gonna stand on they pretty, they gonna fuck you and all that. Come home, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Like, we get that dime a dozen. Like, a nigga got bread, nigga. I'm 6'6", 230. I'm smooth. Even without the money, I had every woman I ever wanted. So, like, just because you're gonna be at my home when I come there cooking, I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I never needed it. You know what I'm saying? I need a girl that's gonna understand what I go through, who gonna keep a motherfucker on top of his toes, that's gonna push him and motivate him. You know what I mean? That's also going to come with some ideas. You know what I mean? Give me creative criticism on my grind. You know what I mean? Also add to the table. You know what I mean? Not just trying to grab some food every time it's filled up. You know what I mean? You got to bring something to this table. Like, fucking pussy is over with after a certain time. Like, I could fuck any bitch I ever wanted in my life. I always have. That's not appealing to me no more. You know what I mean? Once you get money and once you was already having that, you got to bring more. Your energy got to be right. Your mind got to be right. That body don't mean nothing after a while. You know what I'm saying? A nigga will fuck anything, man. So, like, you could be the baddest bitch in the world. That's fine. Nigga gonna have you, and I'm gonna fuck a bitch, motherfucker, a 2 and a 3. A nigga will do that.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had Beyonce, he still fuck some other pussy. How could you beat that? Because he would just want some new pussy on his cock. So that ain't nothing, man. It's your energy, it's your mind, what you bringing to help me grow. And it was gonna help us grow. That what counts.
Yeah, preach, brother.
Yeah.
Preach.
But a bad bitch brings inspiration
Nah,
that you
not
will
to no,
not
not to
get.
no real nigga that already had
Yeah.
that. If you got a fat, lame, rich nigga that need all that, I just want a bad bitch, that nigga, he's a square. He's a nobody.
Yeah.
But a nigga that been sufficient his whole life and got every girl he wanted, what is a bad bitch doing for me? That's nothing. We always had that. What you bringing more than just being it's a million bad bitches walking this earth. That's the cheapest and most easiest thing to get for a nigga got some money is a bitch and some pussy.
Bam.
You go to, like I said, you go to Brazil right now, it's gonna be a 10,000 bad bitch you've seen in your life. You give them bitches $1 and a coffee, and that bitch gonna lick your feet, man. That ain't work. That's worthless to a real nigga, man.
Right.
You gotta be a fat, slow brain, regular ass nigga that finally got some money to be imposed. And I got a bad bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, that's a different type of breed of human that they rocks off to that. You know what I'm saying?
That was the end of that clip, man. That was bars, man. Bars. He spoke, man, for pretty much most men. What's your thoughts from a female's perspective?
I'll say that first of all, I'm not a man, so it's what you guys want from women. But I think certain men will totally understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
There's certain men that get exactly what he's talking about, as in they have access, they're able to get women and a beat for JJ all the time.
Yeah.
They don't need to beg for it, or they don't need to do much to get
but
it.
even the guys that, let's say, per se, need to beg for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can pay. Like you said, you can go Brazil. You can
Pay for the cooch.
pay for some coochie.
Yeah.
You've got coochie.
Mm-hmm.
So what she's saying is,
I'll give you coochie
go out,
and food.
slay the world, and I give you some coochie. And he's saying, okay, but I can get coochie.
Mm-hmm.
What are you giving me any different to me paying for some coochie?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a thing of, if I've got money, call up the maid, she cooks, cleans, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing there? I'm affording you a lifestyle, a luxury lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
For what? What am I getting out of this? Some coochie. I've been getting that. And if I'm not getting that, I can pay for it.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of women don't understand that part. They just think all men want is coochie.
They do. No, they do understand it. They have to play dumb, because what she tried to do is try to go in a little nice, like, soft voice and I would do very man. It flattered by that, and she thought she was wooing fresh.
I know, yeah.
She wasn't wooing him. He was thinking, okay, sounds good, but what more do you bring?
Well, He wants a woman that can add to the table, like you said, not just take from it. He wants a woman that can give him inspiration, push him to do better, give him ideas,
But hold on,
and help him.
Okay. The kind of men that most women want is already doing better. He's ready made. You can't push him to do any more better.
Okay.
You can't push him to do any more better. He's doing his thing. What are you gonna do different to them other chicks that he's smashing? Because he's already that guy. He's already put the work in, late nights, early morning, did his thing. What can you do for him more than, I don't know, the next chick? How do you stand out? You say to a woman, are you ready to compete? She goes, compete for who? Some man. Yeah, some dude that's gonna give you a luxury lifestyle. I don't need no man. I got the bag already. Sure. I'll ask you the same question when you're 45. Please. Will you take me? Women often mistake bedroom fun attention for long-term commitment. You realize, oh, I got this proposal. This guy said yada yada yada. Where's the marriages? Where's even the rings? He proposed to you with just words, right? No ring, right? Just saying.
I have heard of that multiple times before. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really get a ring or the marriage, but yes, I think communication is key. So I guess when you're dating or a guy's trying to find a woman, you tell them what you want and you say, this is what I expect. Especially the high value men, they're not scared to tell women, this is what I expect.
Listen,
or this is what I want.
Chick clearly in the thing, right? Bait and switch. Trying to be all subtle and sweet and nice. You really think she's like that? As soon as you sign on that dotted line, it's a wrap.
I don't think she's like that. No, I think she's so used to just kind of sitting pretty.
So she's
used
used
to sit pretty.
Exactly. So she's used to certain kind of lifestyles, certain kind of men.
Don't have to do nothing.
Most chicks nowadays finesse men, right? I'm just giving guys the heads up. A lot of women have been doing it or living that lifestyle so long, they've been on the carousel wheel so long that they don't even know how to pair bond with a man. So when it comes down to an actual relationship of substance, she can't do that because she doesn't have the relationship muscles. There's no skills. Everything is a monetary value. So she's on lease with the option to buy. And really and truly, can you even buy her? Do you even have enough money? Because we go back to what we said earlier in the podcast, right? The wife's store, the husband's store. They go all the way up to floor 6 and it's still not good enough.
Or there's no one on floor 6.
But then I blame society for conditioning women with this kind of mentality. Look, I'm supposed to wifey a chick when she puts a monetary value on her body. In the comments if you disagree. What do you think? That's just some of my thoughts.
Yeah. Why do men who are rich marry women who would be considered a plain Jane?
I can answer that question. Now, men would how things are in dating now. Men will go down in looks to upgrade in quality or the substance of a woman.
Yeah.
So then oftentimes you see that high value man, that top tier man with an average woman. But he's gone down in her looks to go up in her quality. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is always the case, but sometimes you go for that prettier woman. She has that pretty privilege. She's known she's had it for a while. She uses it and abuses it and has corrupted her disc. And from that, she's glitching. And again, she knows how many chicks that are Instagram models, hot chicks, 9s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, get flown out to Dubai, getting their back blown out, all kind of contracts. And she's pretty, she's nice. You'd assume, okay, men visually, okay, I'm attracted by looks.
Yeah.
So you'd assume that those chicks will be married. They're not, because they have no substance.
Do you know what I've realized quite a lot, or what I've heard quite a lot, is you see when let's say the baddies, the girls who are very pretty,
Yeah.
8s, 9s out of 10, say they're in a relationship and the guy cheats on them with a woman that's average or below average looking,
Yeah.
then the baddie, the girlfriend, she's always like, oh, you're gonna cheat on me with something like this, as in the average woman.
Yeah.
Like, look at her compared to me. How
Yeah.
can you cheat on me with something like
With
that?
that.
Not even a girl on my level, but a girl that's lesser than me.
Hence why I said they don't get it.
No,
That's my point.
it's
So
not all about
more
just the
time,
looks. Yeah.
more time. Yes, as a dude, of course we want that 8, 9, or 10 chick. Yeah, of course we want that. We just want her brain to be 8, 9, or 10 as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes more time than not, that's not the case. So a man will go for a 7 out of 10, but as far as her quality and her substance, it's an 8, 9, or a 10. She's on point. So the looks is okay, reasonable, she's attractive, but she's not an 8, 9, or a 10. But I can work with this. This is
Yeah.
a cool chick. But then the prettier ones, they know that they're pretty and they use their looks to gain advantage, monetary value on their body. And it comes down to the oldest profession in the book. And then, listen, people are the architects to their own future and their own undoing. So these women do what they do, finesse men. Then at the end of it, they say, oh, I want to find Prince Charming. Or I'm thinking, they believe in this Disney fairy tale. Prince Charming is going to climb up into that tower and save them like Rapunzel. They believe in this facade, but look at the life that you're living. And then when you get older and it's time to cash out, then you're like, oh, why can't I find Prince Charming? Nobody wants me. Oh, it's someone else's fault. Non-accountability, the blame game. It's men.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
another thing a lot of women do as well, is they don't take accountability for anything that they do, and it's always the man's fault.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, it's always the man's fault. I don't personally understand that mentality because it doesn't even make sense. If
Yeah.
you've done something wrong, how is it his fault? It's your fault because you did something that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's black and white to me. I don't know.
I think women today, you ask women, what's the ideal man? Apparently it's Russell Wilson. The whole
Yeah,
Russell
okay.
Wilson and Sierra situation, right? Basically what they're saying is I want a rich simp. I want to secure insurance policy and I want a rich simp so I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. But deep down, I desire future. I'm just saying.
Russell is for some women.
No, the thing is this, right? He actually seems like a nice guy.
Yeah,
He actually seems like a stand-up, a cool guy.
I'm not talking about personality.
No, I'm just saying in general.
but
He seems like a cool guy. But why is it all women? We know he's not the pinnacle of all man. We know you wouldn't put his picture beside that guy, that masculine, that dude. I'm not saying he's feminine, that kind of dude. I'm saying he's not that guy that you would say, yeah, that's the man. Why do all women want him? Because they want to have their cake and eat it. They know he's my insurance policy. He's going to get used, chewed up, and spat out. It is what it is. Why all women want that? That's what I'm saying. Put in the comments. Why do you women want this? What do you guys think?
Yes, let us know. What's your opinion on that? How do you feel about that? Ladies, is that true? Fellas, is it true? You know, let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
But yeah, gonna get to clip number 3.
So what we're gonna do, that's the end of our thoughts on that. We're gonna move to clip number 3 and give you our thoughts and close out. So without further delay, here's clip number 3.
King, you know what I'm saying? So I got you, my queen, with respect, so I'm gonna pay all the time.
What if she's like a feminist and she refuses for you to pay?
Don't matter, I'm still gonna pay.
What if you're on the date and she's not interested in you? Like, you could tell she's not interested in you.
It's hard.
So apparently that's the guy in the middle's girlfriend, and she's touching his best friend's or one of his friends' hand.
Whoa, that was heavy. That was heavy.
It was
Clearly, you got something to say.
fake friends. Oh my God.
You see dudes like that.
It actually disgusts me.
I don't rate men like that, but go on anyway.
I don't rate men like that at all. Or anyone, even if it's the other way around as females. I don't rate that type of ish. I don't.
Them shady people.
This is a massive disrespect from, I'm going to say, more the friends part. Now, with the girlfriend, of course she's being disrespectful.
Garden tools be garden tools.
Exactly. We share that girl. That's what the men will say, right? So, of course, he'll be upset because that's his woman, right? But
in front of him?
Now he sees what it is with her. So it's like, all right, cool. You're clearly for the streets. You know, I thought you was a different sort of girl. You're not. You showed me your colors. I've seen it now, right? So I'm not saying men don't have feelings and wouldn't be bothered about your woman doing things like that. Of course you will. But when it comes to the friend, it's like, yo, you're supposed to be my homeboy. Like, what's going on here? And you're the one that reached your hand to my girl. Like, why are you feeling up my girl?
And she accepted the hand.
She
willingly.
did. That's what I'm saying. So my concern is more on the friend. It's like, how you just reaching back to touch my woman? She's accepting the touch. For me, I would just say that they've clearly, you know, something's been going on behind closed doors, because you're not naturally just going to do that. And bright enough to do it in front of the boyfriend as well. You're doing something behind closed doors. So, definitely.
Fellas, put in the comments, if you were in that situation, what would you have done? And don't lie. What would you have really done in that situation? But I want to go back to the first segment of the clip, right? I want to ask a question. Who should pay on a date? That's the first question. So should the lady pay on a date? Should you go 50-50? Or should a man pay? I don't know. I know what I think should happen. And I think it depends on it. Like, I'll say this. If I invite a woman out on a date, as a dude, I'm going to pay because I invited her out on a date.
Yeah.
I don't know you like that. And she's playing games. I'm definitely not paying. We're getting Dutch. I'm paying for my food and my drinks. You pay for yours. I'm not going to pay for a bad date. But if I've accepted her to come out, then I'll just pay. And I'll just cut my losses. It's all good. If you can't pay on a date, you shouldn't be dating. You should focus on getting your P's up.
Yeah.
That's just some of my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
The other question was, if it was a crap date, are you still going to pay? Ooh, it's kind of a touchy one. I don't know.
I think if I was a guy, no. It was a crappy
But
date.
you're not a guy. You say, see, women don't say if I was a guy. You're no guy, so you don't really know.
No, well, I'm just trying to think of it as if I was a guy, would I pay for a crappy date? And she said, you know, she ain't feeling you like that. You know that. She's making it very clear.
But the thing is this, right?
That's not the case.
You say the man knows. No, the man didn't.
That was the question.
I know,
the
but I'm
woman
saying this.
made.
A lot of the time, it's like this, right? Women, they'll be like, "I told him, yada yada yada, that I'm not gonna, like, I don't like him like that." Don't lie. You still gave him
hope.
Yeah, that he's gonna get some for JJ, right? That's why he continued. If you met a guy, okay, why you give me a number?
First of all, if you met a guy and you were straight up with him and you said, listen, I ain't feeling you like that. You're not going to get no for JJ.
Nothing.
You're not going to get no coochie, nothing at all. Do you still want to go on a date with me?
Most men, rational men, I'm talking decent guys, most men's going to say, no, exactly. I'm not going on a date with you, because believe it or not, the guys that's taking you on a date want to sleep with you. That's a fact. The guy's going to lie and say, no, I'm trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to sleep with you. That's why you got certain man in the friend zone for 15 years. And wait until you see the collection I'm putting together about Simps.
Yes, a lot of guys, how they feel is, if I take you on a date, I want for JJ. Yeah. I've given you something you wanted. What I want back from that is for JJ.
What do men get back from that? The IOU.
Oh, nothing.
The coochie coupon. I owe you some coochie maybe not, most likely not. But hey, keep you in a friend zone, and I may or may not need you at some point, but I'm not giving you nothing nonetheless.
Yeah.
This guy, right, in this clip, a lot of men do this. They try to out nice the other guy, and when they start to out nice the other guy by outpricing the other guy, then they bid for the woman who's the highest bidder. She's on lease with the option to buy. So a lot of men make this mistake by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna bombard her with all this luxurious living. I'm gonna take her for Salt Bay. I'm gonna take her to Salt Bay, these high-end restaurants. I'm gonna pull out all the stops, all the trimmings, and I'm not gonna get nothing. You drop her home that night. She kisses you on the cheek, if that, goodbye. And then before you know it, before you even on the way home, she's already texting that dude, I'll be home in such and such time. She's ready getting ready for that dude. That's not done nothing. Comes through, smashes, you've done all of that.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of guys believe by me out nicing or out pricing the other guy, good morning, grand rising.
Guarantee that.
Yeah, like good morning, grand rising, you know, I had such a good time with you last night, blah, blah, blah. But you got another dude be like, yo, get up, bitch. Like, brush your teeth, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, oh my God, that's turning me on. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. It's the truth, right? So this guy is just trying to out nice the other guy. And I'm not saying you can't be a nice person, but being a nice guy, you end up the loser more often than not.
That's true.
I'm just saying, man. Put in the comments if you disagree with that. What else do you want to add?
I think some guys are overly nice just to try to secure some form of sexual activity.
Yeah.
In regards to this guy in the clip, I think he's an easy target. Like, girls will just walk all over him. It's like, I see what it is with him. You know, like he said, even if I'm a bad date, he'll still pay. So if I want to get my breakfast, lunch, and dinner out of him, that's easy.
But that's effed up though, because
it is. I'm not saying that's correct.
Yeah, but women have men in their phone book, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Now, the price of coochie has gone up, but the value has gone down. A lot of men are opting out from relationships and dating because this is what they have to deal with. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Now, a lot of men are naive and just don't understand it. There's only so much that you're going to pay before you realize I'm being finessed. That's why I said I'm happy for men waking up, and these platforms exist to show men this is the other side. This is the truth, because society paints women as these delicate angels, these creatures that wouldn't hurt anybody. And I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying, here's the truth. Make the decision for yourself. That's all I'm saying. It's up to them. Do what you do. You can agree with me. You can not agree with me. It's up to you. I have my thoughts. You have yours. But don't be out nice and the other guy because you realize being a nice guy, you ain't gonna win.
Last.
What else do you want to add? Let's talk about the last segment of that and then close out.
In regards to the last segment, from the friend, like I said, he's so effed up for what he did. The reason why I say that as well is because you've done it publicly. It's in front of other people. You didn't even do it behind closed doors. I'm not saying in any circumstances better than the other, but at least if it was just you three, it's like, it's bad, still bad, but I'm not even more embarrassed because you done it in front of other people that was there. So I mean,
that's not his boy. That's not.
Boy. Look, the way the guy looked in the camera or whatever he was doing,
you knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing, of course, but he was nervous as well because he's thinking, I don't know what he's gonna do by me doing what I did. And I also believe he actually done it on purpose.
Yeah, so he can put it out there.
He done it on purpose, yes. She was clearly okay with it.
Open the gate because her gate was already open for him.
From a long time ago. Wide
open. It looks like it, yeah.
That's how it looks, exactly. I'm saying it how I see it, to be honest with you. And I would say to the boyfriend, I would walk out too. It's like,
she's not your girl.
I would walk out the room.
That dude is a kind of, look at it like this, right? If you go back to when men used to hunt, And
Oh, yeah.
the women used to make the food, nurture, look after the kids, right? And then you always had that dude staying back for whatever reason. He's staying back. Oh, my leg hurt. My leg's hurting me. Oh, this is the problem. Well, every man's out there risking his life, doing what he needs to do for the collective and for the longevity of my people to survive. This man's out here ready to put a blade in the next man's back, sleeping with the women, or trying to anyway. Come on, man. He's the kind of dude I despise. He's worse than a simp. Because you damn well know what you're doing, but you're still doing it. What was the chick worth it? That's your boy at the end of the day. And a lot of men are like this. A lot of men are like this.
Yes, just like let's say, okay, example. Say you buck up into some trouble, you end up going prison. You say to your homeboy, your best friend, your doggy dog, like, look out for my woman. I might say they may have kids.
Yeah.
Say they don't have kids. It really doesn't matter. He's just saying, look out for her while I'm in here. I can't help her in here. So you watch her for me.
And he's helping her out there.
He's helping her, all right. He is helping her, all right. So this happens a lot. So come to find out, oh, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Who is she pregnant by? I was in prison, so how did I impregnate you? Oh, it was before you went in. Sure it was. That's why the dates don't add up.
Effed up, man.
This is why there's so many issues in regards to that. But that was just
up,
an example. Now with this girl, like I said, she's accepting his hand in front of your man.
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, fellas, what would you have done in that situation? You know, put in the comments, you know, what you'd have done. And sometimes, you know, violence ain't always the key in that situation. No. She belongs to the street.
I think he saw what it was. It's like, let me go before something pops off.
Yeah, it's a mad one.
I would say also, fellas, would you stay in that relationship? Would you still be friends with your homeboy, or would you be like, nah, I'm cutting a loss on both sides. I'm cutting off the girlfriend and I'm cutting off my friend.
Cut that.
What would you do in this situation?
If it were me, I'm cutting that. You know, because it's obvious what the situation is, and it's not a good one. It is what it is. That's my final thoughts on that.
Yes.
People, put in the comments what you think. Tell us what you think about all the clips. What do you think about some of our thoughts? Put your own thoughts in the comment section. We'll tag some videos that we believe goes in sync with the podcast today. It is what it is. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We also got a shorts clips channel. So if you don't have time to see the full version, you can see us in we'll give you the snippets.
Yeah.
So where it's shorter clips, you know how it goes.
Subscribe to that channel too.
Yeah, we'll tag that as well, so you can follow us there and subscribe. What else do you want to add before we close out?
I would just say, fellas, stop being such snakes to your friends.
Listen, it's the women you need to worry about.
Snake.
Some may disagree with that. Women you worry about when you're thinking, oh, she's my brethren. No, she ain't your brethren.
Oh yeah, it goes the same
man.
way.
She was your man. It is what it is.
It goes that way too. Yeah,
men
definitely.
don't inherently, really and truly think like that. It's just those shady suckers. Put in the comments. This is our faults, man.
It happens more with women, yeah.
Put in the comments. You agree? You disagree? It is what it is. It's my final thought. Peace.
Peace.
We out.